Right, this is going to be a quick video on how to repair your central locking system. If you have one of those aftermarket systems that you can buy on eBay and other cheap aftermarket auto electronic stores, you know the one. It's just got a little control box and a remote fob and 2 or 4 door locking solenoids that you install in your doors. I've got the 4-door system in here, and I've been driving this car for probably 3 months or so, daily driving it, and the solenoids in the doors aren't locking the doors anymore, but they will unlock. And the way this happened was they were working fine for a long while, and then after a while they just stopped locking every now and then, but they would lock sometimes, and now they pretty much don't lock at all, unless, you know, maybe like 1 time out of 10 they'll actually lock when I press the button. And but you can actually hear the relay in the control box, which is up under here. You can hear the relay clicking. So that's actually receiving a signal from the master solenoid in the driver's door, and the relay is clicking to lock the doors, but the solenoids aren't actuating, which is telling me that the relay itself is faulty. And what I think's happened is the tiny little relay that they put on there in these cheap kits just can't handle the switching, can't switch the current required for these 4 solenoids. So the relay contacts actually, they arc and spark when they open and close from the high current, well, higher current than what they can deal with, being cheap relays. And the sooty deposits that just build up on the contacts mean that they make intermittent contact, and then eventually they just stop working at all, which I think is what's happening. So if I lock this driver's door, it should lock all of the other doors at the same time, being the master solenoid. I'll just try and demonstrate and see if it will do. So you hear me press the thing, and you should hear the relay click under there, but the doors don't lock, but they do unlock, as you could hear. So I'll try that again to lock it. You heard the relay click, but no solenoids. Then if I unlock it, they do unlock. So I'm just going to pull the control box out and show you what needs to be done. So I'll continue after I've done that. So this is the central locking control box, and I'm sure you've all seen, they're pretty much universally the same from what I've seen. So I've already taken the screws out the back. So if we pop this open, this is what's inside. Little control board like this, and these are the 2 relays. There's one for locking and one for unlocking. So I'll just unplug this, and we'll take it inside, put it on a workbench, and we have to replace at least the relay that is responsible for locking. But I've bought 2 relays, so I'm just going to replace them both with a much higher quality version. Should clarify, when I said workbench, I actually meant kitchen table, which is where all good projects should start. So I've got the little central locking board out of the car. Like I said, I'm going to be replacing these 2 relays. You can see they're tiny little sub-micro relay packages, and they're actually a, Chinese cheap brand, which is to be expected from something of this price. But hopefully replacing it with these much higher quality Omron relays will solve the problem of the doors not locking. And I've got 2 of these relays, so I'm just going to replace both of them. And yeah, let's do it. So I thought it'd be a good chance to demonstrate and probably just take this relay apart. This is the one that was faulty, and we'll see if my theory was correct and that the contacts are built up with soot and other crap. So since it's scrap anyway, I'm just going to destructively dismantle this one. You can see these 2 terminals on these style of relays. They have 5 terminals. It's a single pole double throw. The 2 down the bottom are the normally open and normally closed. Don't know which one's which. The 2 top left and top right, they're the coil, and this one in the middle, top middle, is common. So you can see all the switching stuff. For the common, this is the common the bus bar, whatever you want to call it, and the it's normally closed on this side. So. And normally open on that one, and they're the contacts we're worried about just in here. see if I can peel them apart and see any evidence. It doesn't actually look too bad. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a tiny little spot on this contact here, which I guess that could be causing the issue. And just for, that's gone, so I'll check the other ones as well. And look at this. This is what I was talking about. I'll get a pointer. Maybe these will work. You can very clearly see that contact is black, sooty, and there's actually a bit of melted, whatever the contact material is, it's actually poking up. And on the other side of the contact as well, very black, sooty mess on here. So that, I dare say, that is what's causing my problem. And so that was confirmed that. And I can also see that there is no diode built into this one on the coil. So I'm quite happy to just replace it like for like. If they thought they didn't need a coil, then I'm not going to add one, and replace them with these much higher quality Omron relays. These are rated for I think 10 amps or 16 amps at 250 volts. So hopefully they last a bit longer than these cheap Chinese ones. And you can see this is the board cleaned up. One of the relays did actually put up a bit of a fight, being 3-hole plated circuit board. The solder gets down inside the 3-hole plating and it's very hard to get it out. So you usually have to heat up on one side of the relay, heat up the two pads kind of evenly, while with the other finger you're pulling on the relay from the other side, trying to sort of lever it up and away as you heat these two pads, and the solder should stay hot long enough for you to pull the relay out of that side, and then you can flip it around, do the same thing on the other side with the other 3 contacts, heat them all up kind of evenly while you're pulling on it with the other hand from the other side, and that's a good way to pop them out of the board. And then you can actually clean up the holes, the 3 plated holes, with a decent soldering braid or a solder sucker, whichever you prefer. Right, so the module is back in the car, so let's test it out. Moment of truth. When I lock this driver's door, it should lock all the other doors. And we have success. So you can see, maybe you can see that other door over there. Absolutely beautiful. That's what I wanted. Take the key out and shut the door properly, and fantastic. And that's what I wanted to see. So that definitely was the issue. The cheap Chinese relay had just given up the ghost. The contacts built up with soot from driving all these 4 solenoids, and wasn't, just causing an intermittent issue where it wouldn't lock because of the high resistance on the contacts. So I'm very happy with that. Just button this up, and that will be the end of this video. So thanks for watching.